Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Still waiting. People are still coming in.
Good morning, Professor.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. This is first day, so I have to give them some time. So let's wait. I only have 11 students so far out of 25. It's 8 o'clock, but I'm going to wait 2 more minutes. 10 students are missing. All right, I'm going to get started. So I'm taking attendance now. All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Math 108. And some of you are freshmen. Welcome to John Jay College. It's unfortunate that we have to meet on computer. But, you know, we all thought the pandemic would be over by beginning of fall, but it's not. So, like I announced, the classes will meet twice, but I will not be actually teaching. You're supposed to watch the lecture videos of me teaching the material. And then the class meeting is basically for answering questions. You know, when you watch video doesn't mean you understood everything. So you have questions, you want some more explanation, you know, you can ask for that. And also homework can be discussed after grading. So that is another thing we have to do during classes. And to make sure you have the full understanding, sometimes I'll pose some questions and problems, and we all work together on those. So basically, that's how the course will be. The class meetings may not be 1 hour and 15 minutes long. You know, if you don't have any question, you understood everything, then we may not have to do anything. One more time, I need to take attendance. All right. So basically, before every class, you watch the video that my course map indicates exactly which video you have to watch and bring up questions. Only after the discussion class, only after the class meeting, your assignment will be due the following class. So you have to only after I make sure you understood everything, the assignment will become due. Today I'm going to teach the material for the first class, because this is first class. You may not have watched the video, so I'm going to have to teach the entire material. In the future, I will not be teaching. You'll have to watch the video before the class. So let me share the screen. One second. I have a whiteboard I can write on, and you'll be able to see me writing on half of the screen. On the other half, I'll have other things displayed. Basically, the worksheet that I'm going to use to explain material will be on the left side. On the right side, I'll have a whiteboard and I'll be writing on it. So this worksheet, for every, if you go to the, I'll show you in the blackboard, you'll be able to see the worksheets, and you need to print them. If you print them, it'll be really convenient, you know, so that you can do your work. The worksheets are going to explain the material, and it'll have the problems that you need to do while you're following the lecture. So whenever in the lecture, whenever I ask you to you do the practice problem, you're going to have to do that, actually do that. Only then you will be learning. So I'm going to share the screen and show you all that on the blackboard first. One second. Okay, so you see the website on the left side, the blackboard. And here things are organized carefully. All the messages I send you are actually announcements, and they'll all appear here in the announcements. Everything I have sent you by email. And course information has the syllabus, you know. This introductory video of me, you don't have to watch that. It's there for those who want to watch it. But you do need to read all these information. These are course, the way a course will be handled, and the policies and grading policy, all those things explained here. This is entirely the syllabus. And you need to read all that, and also read this first is something you need to read also. That tells you all about the textbook and how what you need to know, how to get the textbook, all those stuff. You don't really have to buy printed textbook because you're going to use a WebAssign. The WebAssign will come with the ebook, and so that's good enough. You can just read the ebook. You don't need the printed book because the WebAssign is already costly enough. I didn't want to ask you to pay for another book. It already has the ebook, so you don't need anything else. Now, if you go to the module 1, see the course material is organized as modules, which are essentially chapters in your book. So if you go to the module 1, for example, then you see this first link that says Class 1 material, worksheet 1. That's the worksheet I'm talking about. By clicking here, you can download and print it. It's a link to the worksheet. And this is the video for the lecture 1. The lecture 1 I'm going to teach, so you don't have to watch this video. But for the next class, you need to print this material, the worksheet 2, and while watching this video, lecture video 2, you should do the work on the worksheet. You know, whenever I say do this problem now, that's when you need to pause the video and do that problem. That's the right way to do it. If you just after that break, you know, after a short while, I'll be going over that problem. But if you just watch me do it, you're not going to learn. You have to first try. That's the only way math can be learned. You know, whether you actually are able to do it or not, if you try very hard and then see the solution, it sticks to the brain better. That's unfortunately the way math works. So you have to try first and then watch the solution. And finish all that entire video 2 before the following class, which is next class will be next Monday. So before that class, you need to watch the video with the worksheet printed in front of you. And that's how you follow. For the class 3, you have to have the worksheet 3 and watch the video and bring up questions. Okay, so that's how it goes. And assignments, you know, right now, if you click at assignment, it tells you all about the assignments. You need to post your introduction in the discussion board, as it says here. And also you need to, after reading course information and read this first, those 2 parts, you should take the quiz, which is going to be due Monday. So you need to do that. Someone just came in, 1 second. Okay, so before August 30th, you're going to have to do this quiz, which basically checks your understanding of the syllabus, the course information. And then other than that, all other assignments will be on WebAssign, which I'm going to explain later, how to log on to WebAssign and do your assignment and everything. So the first quiz that you need to take is right here in tests and quizzes. If you go to tests and quizzes, there is this quiz, which is on the course information. The quiz is basically testing you the information posted on the course information. And then the discussion board is where you're supposed to place your introduction of yourself. Already 13 students have posted it. That's very good. I haven't had a chance to look at them. But all of you are supposed to post your introduction. Now, this is where you can always post a question. You can create a forum and write your question that others can see, and someone will answer it, including me. So you can always post a question here for others to answer or start a discussion, of any kind. So that's kind of optional, but the introduction is required. And that's, my grades is where you'll be able to see your grade. My grades will show each assignment and the grade you have. But that's if the assignment is posted on Blackboard. But your assignments are mostly on WebAssign, and you'll be able to see the grades on WebAssign. So here you will be only able to see the quiz. That's the only thing you're taking on Blackboard, just that quiz grade, and everything else will be WebAssign. Okay, so course map is right here near the top, and that is what tells you what section we'll be covering in each class and what video you have to watch. So here, the class 1, you have to watch the lecture video 1, but I'm going to teach the first class, so you don't need to watch that video. But before the next class, you have to watch this video and do and then after that, homework 2 will be assigned. Now, homework 1 will be assigned today. It's already there on WebAssign, and you need to do that before the next class. So after each class, there will be a WebAssign assignment you have to do after each class. One second. All right, those who came later missed my explanation. I explained the Blackboard course, and I hope you can figure that out yourself. I have to write the names of the late attendees, because that's the only way I can have them marked in. That, this course map is basically your guidance towards the entire course. What video has to be watched before each class and all those things. And WebAssign is where the assignments will be. I'll be showing you that in a few seconds. The Zoom meeting link, you already figured that out. That's where the links are. So the reason for posting both class links, 108-02, that's what your section is. 108-04 is the class that meets at 12:15. And so in case you have to miss the 8 o'clock class, you're welcome to attend the 12:15. And you will be marked in, and no penalties of any kind for attending the other class instead. That's why I posted both links. And you don't even have to tell me you're from the other class, because when I take attendance, I will know if you're from the other class. And also, if you have questions to ask in my office hours, then here's the meeting link for the office hours. And you have to use this link at 3 p.m. Or, within 10 minutes after that. If there is nobody in the meeting for 10 minutes, then I will leave. So you have to sign in within the 10 minutes after 3 to be able to join the office hour meeting. So that's basically what I needed to explain on the Blackboard course. You need to read, if you read the course information and read this first for now, then you're ready to get going. So module 1 is the first part of the course, and course material, class material worksheet 1 is the one we're going to go over. So I'm going to go over that. It's basically a very basic algebra topic. The basic algebra things that you need to know, I'm going to be reviewing there in that worksheet. After that, your assignment one will be due. So let's move to that worksheet. I'm going to close this to get to the worksheet. This is what we are doing today. Any question on the blackboard? Anybody? All right. Feel free to ask your question. All right, let me close that and go to the material. Now, you're not going to learn a whole lot of things today because it's the first class, and I also need to explain to you how to work with the web design. I'll do that at the end. So anyway, the material this is the worksheet 1. As you can see, it does explain the material that you need to know, and then it does some example problems and then problems for you to work on and all those. So this is why you don't need the book pages during the class. I have everything in my worksheets. All right, let's get started. Equations and graphs is our topic today. Equations, let's understand equations. An equation states a relationship between unknown values. So there are some unknown values that it's going to state how they're related. And so the unknown values will be identified by variable names, X, Y, Z, etc. So you use some variable name to identify the unknown quantity, and then whatever the relationship described in words can be translated into an equation. So here is a simple example. If I say 2 more than the unknown value is 5, there's an unknown value, 2 more than that is 5. That means if you add 2 to the unknown value, it becomes equal to 5, and therefore this is the equation. Unknown value is X plus 2 is equal to 5. Another example, 5 less than double the unknown value is 13. So 5 less than twice the unknown value is same as 13. So is 13 it basically means is equal to 13. So the word is really is same as is equal to. So 5 less than double the unknown value means you have to double the unknown value, which is 2x. The unknown value would be always x or y. If you need more than one variable, we use x and y. So if the unknown value is x, then double that is 2x. And 5 less than that would be 2x minus 5. Is same as 13 means is equal to 13. So right there, that's the equation. So later when we do the word problems, you have to be able to read those words and translate them into equation. That's why this translating process you need to understand. So let's go to the solutions. A solution of an equation is any value of the unknown, the variable, any value of the variable that'll make the equation true. That's what a solution is. So usually for a simple equation like this equation, what is the solution? Anybody? For the first equation, x plus 2 equal to 5, right there.
3.
3 is the solution because when x is 3, 3 plus 2 equal to 5 is true. So whatever the value that makes the equation true is your solution. And so here, this equation is so obvious that you are able to tell the answer without doing any process, without doing any solution process. But we have a solution process, and I need to explain that because when the problem is something like this, you cannot just guess just by looking. So you need to follow this process to find the solution. So that's where this fact about the equations come in. The fact about the equations is an equation remains valid and retains its solutions when you add, subtract, multiply, divide, you can do anything to both sides. If you do anything to both sides, the equation remains valid and it retains the solution. So the new equation that you get and the previous equation will have same solutions. So that means what? That means we can add things to both sides, subtract things from both sides, and do anything to both sides. So that's what we use to solve the equation. The process of solving equation is using this fact that you can add and multiply and subtract anything from both sides. We're going to do those things to both sides to bring the equation down to x equal to something. That'll tell you what the solution is. So basically, you need to eliminate everything from the equation, bring it down to x equal to something. That's what the process is. So to solve the equation 1, this equation, what we will do is subtract 2 from both sides to get rid of the 2. Then we'll have x by itself. And that brings up, so the equation is x plus 2 equal to 5. And if I subtract 2 from both sides, x equal to 5 minus 2, 3. And right there we have the solution. So that's how we find the solution, simply by using the fact about the equation, which is you can add, subtract, multiply, divide, anything on both sides. Okay, so let's take a look at the next equation. 2x minus 5 equal to 13. Acquire. 1 second. All right. What we need to do is we need to do things to both sides so that we will get the x by itself. So where do we begin? What do I do first?
Plus 5.
Plus 5 to both sides, right? That'll bring it down to 2x equal to 18. What's next?
Divide.
Divide by 2 and x equal to 9. Okay, so that's the solution. Now, this is all not new, but I'm just making sure you have a clear understanding of what's going on here. Here's an example. Solve. Okay, so let me put that up here. Example 1. 12 minus 3 times x minus 2 equal to x minus 4. Okay, so if you have an equation with parentheses, you have to work on the parentheses first. So therefore, I need to distribute the minus 3. When you distribute, it's the minus 3 you're distributing, not just 3. So minus 3 multiplied by x is minus 3x, and minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 is plus 6, equal to x minus 4. That's the first step we need to do. Now we will simplify each side. The 12 plus 6 will simplify to 18 minus 3x equal to x minus 4. Okay, now we can move things. It looks like you don't have to have the x on the left. It can be on the right. So I'm going to move the x's to the right by adding 3x to both sides. Just to show you that you can move them to the right, whichever convenient you can do. So that would make it 18 equal to 3x plus x here is 4x. So 4x minus 4. Okay, what should I do next? Anyone?
Add the 4 to each.
Add 4 to each side, right? Add 4. Then it's 22 equal to 4x. As you can see, I have the x on the right side, which is okay. Now, what's next?
Divide 4.
Divide by 4. And that gives you x equal to 22 over 4 reduces by 2. into 11 over 2. Okay, so 11 over 2 is our answer. Now, if this is an answer you are entering in the WebAssign, then enter it as 1211/2. That's how you type 11 over 2 in WebAssign. Do not reduce it to 5.5 because 11 over 2 is same as 5.5. WebAssign will recognize 5.5 as correct answer. But sometimes you cannot provide a correct decimal answer like this. If the answer is 1 over 3, then if you convert it to decimal form, it's 0.333 forever. So this for 3.3 forever cannot be entered. And if you enter a few threes, it may not be accurate, so it may mark it wrong. So I recommend just typing 1/3. That's the best way to, one of the fractional forms are always preferred because they are accurate. As you can see, the decimal form of the number cannot be written accurately. It's infinitely long. So that's why fractional number is always preferred. All right, now we are going into equations in 2 variables. Your first assignment on WebAssign, by the way, it's on these. It's very basic stuff. You know, you already learned it, but I just want to make sure everybody's in the same page. So that's why you have to do this. Now, equations in 2 variables, for example, x plus y equal to 5. That equation has 2 unknowns. X and y are both unknowns. So let's think about the solutions. The solutions will be a value of x and a value of y that makes the equation true. So that means there are many solutions. For example, x equal to 2, y equal to 3 will work. X equal to 3, y equal to 2 will work. X equal to 5, y equal to 0 will work. So I have a list of solutions right here in this table, as you can see. And these are all solutions. Even if I choose, basically, I can choose any value for x, and there will be a value for y corresponding to that to make the pair a solution. So that's why for equation in 2 variables have infinite solutions, unlimited. So I have, we write them in as pairs. So the first pair 2, 3 is a solution. We write it as a pair 2, 3. 3, 2. The first number is always x, second number is y when you write them as pair. So 3, 2 means x equal to 3, y equal to 2. X equal to 5, y equal to 0. These are solutions. Now, since these are all solutions, there are infinitely many solutions. So in fact, we can choose any value for x and find the corresponding value for y. So here's an example. If I, for this equation, if I want x to be -4, then I choose x equal to -4 and plug it in. Then the equation is this. And solve that equation, you get y equal to 9. So that means x equal to -4, y equal to 9 is a pair that is solution of the equation. So you can choose any number, plug it in, any number for x, plug it in, and solve for the other variable. You can plug in any value for y also, and then solve for x, and find solution. Okay, so I'm asking you to, the warm-up exercise, that means it's the exercise for you to do. Can you find 2 solutions for this equation right now? Use a paper and pencil in front of you to find 2 pairs of solutions.
Can both of them be 0?
You can plug in 0 for 1. You cannot plug in 0 for both. That doesn't make the equation true, right? So you can plug in 0 for x, for example, and find the y, find the corresponding y. Or plug in 0 for y and find the corresponding x. Okay. For example, you can plug in 0 for the y and solve for the x. You have an immediate solution. Okay, can anybody give me one solution?
And you use one?
You use one for what, x or
Yeah,
y?
X or Y. Wow.
For x.
Yeah.
You can use a value for one of the variables. And if you, okay, you use 1 for the x, and what did you find for y? The question is 3x minus 2y equal to 12. So you can choose any value for x to find a pair of solution. I'm going to choose y equal to 0. See, 0 is always the easiest number to work with. If I plug in 0 for the y, then the 2y is 0. So I get 3x equal to 12 as my equation. That gives me x equal to 4. So that means 4, 0 is a pair. That's a solution right there. See, it's so easy when you plug in 0. Similarly, you can plug in 0 for the x. So I'm going to find second solution, 3x minus 2y equal to 12. Now I'm plugging in 0 for the x. That gives me negative 2y equal to 12. Dividing by negative 2, I get y equal to negative 6. So therefore, 0, negative 6 is second pair right there. So I have found two pairs of solutions. All right, let's proceed to understand number line. Now temporarily we are done with the equations. We are going to understand what number line is. If you just draw any line and mark any point as 0, and let me put it on the board here. If you draw a line and mark any point as your 0, and then go to the right side just 1 inch or 1 centimeter, it doesn't matter, and call that 1. Go further, same distance, that'll be 2, 3, and so on. And if you go from 0 on the opposite side, what would that represent?
Negative.
Negative 1. And go further, that'll be negative 2, and so on. Numbers, all the whole numbers can be marked on a line in this manner. What about fractional numbers? Well, half will be halfway between 0 and 1 right here. That's half. So how do we find a third? If you divide this interval 0 to 1, this interval 0 to 1, this 0 to 1 into 3 parts, like that, then the first one, this is 0, this is 1. Then the first one represents 1/3 and the second one represents 2/3, because this is 1/3 away from 0. This is 2/3 away from 0. So that's how you find these fractional numbers. So all the fractional numbers can be also identified by points on the line. So when you use a line to represent numbers like this, the line is called number line. So a number line is just a line with all the numbers marked on it. You can mark all the numbers, fractional and whole numbers, on this line. And it's infinitely long, and so infinitely many numbers can be identified. Okay, can somebody tell me where would be negative 2.5 on this number line?
It would be between -2 and -3.
Right, halfway
Like right in the middle.
right, halfway between -2 and -3. That's where negative 2.5 is. Okay, very good. All numbers can be identified by points on a number line. Now, similarly, if you place two number lines, one horizontally and one vertically, then this system of having two number lines will be useful to represent all the pairs of numbers by points. That's a powerful tool right there. And this whole idea of using number lines and axis system was discovered, invented by the mathematician called Cartesian in the 17th century, a long time ago. And so his name is given to this coordinate system. The coordinate system means having a number line horizontally and another number line vertically. And then once you have that, you can identify all the points on the plane by pairs of numbers. Pairs of numbers will represent the points on the entire plane. So, so here is my coordinate system. Let's look at this. Let me go to the board and draw the coordinate system. Okay, this is my x-axis. The horizontal number line will be called x-axis, and through the zero, wherever the zero of that line is, you have to put the other number line to go through that. And so this is second number line. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the vertical number line. And a pair 2, 3 can be identified by starting at origin, go 2 units along the x-axis to represent the 2, then 3 units along y-axis to represent the 3 for the y-coordinate, and this will be identified by the 2, 3. So this point on the plane corresponds to this pair of numbers. And if I want 0, 5, that means x number is 0, so I don't go anywhere on the x-axis. Y number is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 1. So if the x-coordinate is 0, then your point is on the y-axis. Similarly, if the y-coordinate is 0, the point will be on the x-axis. But anyway, this point represents 0, 5. So every pair of number can be identified by a point here, and every point on this plane has a pair of number associated to it. And that's a powerful tool because this is going to translate some algebra problems into geometry problems. So that's why this coordinate system is given the mathematician's name, because it became a powerful tool. Now this quadrant is, this entire section at the top right is called quadrant 1. The one at the left is quadrant 2, and this is quadrant 3, this is quadrant 4. So let me give you an example. If I want to find -2, comma 2, where is this point, in which quadrant?
Quadrant 2.
Quadrant 2. Okay, one more question. 5, comma -4. In which quadrant would that be?
Isn't it quadrant?
Quadrant 4.
Quadrant 4. Okay. These are simple facts, simple questions. I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page. That's why I'm asking those. All right. Now let's go to graphing. We have been preparing ourselves for graphing. So let's understand what a graph is. We just learned a few minutes ago that solutions of an equation in 2 variable would be pairs of numbers, and there are infinitely many of them. And in the coordinate plane, we can mark them, mark those points, because pairs of numbers represent points on the coordinate plane, and pairs of numbers are the solutions of the equation. So let's look at this example of x plus y equal to 5. And we have many solutions we already saw, and I can list some solution in a table like this. You know, a table is a convenient way to list the solutions. 0, 5, 5, 0, 2, 3, these are examples of solutions. And 1, 4. Let's work with those. Let's go. So these are the pairs that are solutions of the equation. And so this pair 0, 5 can be found on the number on the axis system. So here's my axis system. And if I find 0, 5, 1, 2, 5 right there, and 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5, 0, and 2, 3, 2, 3 right there, and 1, 4, 1, 4 right there. Do you see a pattern on these points?
It's linear.
Right, they're all falling on a line. If you join these points, they all fall on a line. And in fact, every point on this line is a solution of that equation. Every point on this line will be a solution. So that's an amazing fact, isn't it? All the solutions of an equation will fall on a line if you mark them on the coordinate system. So every equation corresponds to a line in this coordinate system. And this line is called the graph. This is called the graph of x plus y equal to 5. Now, if I take another equation and graph it, that'll be another line. It can be a line like this. Another equation will be this line. So every equation is going to correspond to a line on this Cartesian coordinate system. And these lines are called the graphs. So I already explained those on the board. So that's what a graph is. Now, xy intercepts. Xy intercepts are the points where the graph meets x-axis and y-axis. And often the x-intercept and y-intercept are useful to draw the graph. All right, how many points? So I know this is the graph of x plus y equal to 5 right here. I extend it both ways. It's infinitely long line. That's a graph of the equation x plus y equal to 5. Now, how many solutions do I need to figure out to identify the equation, identify the line correctly? Minimum number of points I need to identify the line correctly would be how many?
Don't you need at least 2?
2. 2 is the minimum number of points. So if you do the math right, then 2 points will be enough. You may want to find a third point to make sure your line is correct, but 2 points are enough. Connor. Okay. So if I, for example, if I ask you to graph 2x minus 3y equal to 12. So the problem says graph this. That means basically find the line that corresponds to this equation on the Cartesian coordinate system. All right, so I'm going to do that example. We want to find 2 solutions of this equation. So what I do is I make a little table, xy, and I choose x equal to 0. And I can see if I plug in x equal to 0, the equation will become negative 3y equal to 12. And the solution is y equal to minus 4. So minus 4. Similarly, this point has x coordinate 0. That means that is going to be on the y-axis. Remember, the points with the x coordinate 0 will be on the y-axis. So therefore, this is the y-intercept. This is where the line will meet y-axis. The x-intercept is the point where it meets x-axis, and that point will have y-coordinate 0. So therefore, I will plug in y-coordinate 0 into the equation and solve for the x, and I can see the solution is 6. So therefore, this is the x-intercept, 6, 0. And using these, I can draw the graph. So here's how you do that. 6, 0 is on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. And then 0 minus 4 will be on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the point. Now you join them to get the graph. You don't need any other point, any other pair. So minimum number of pairs you need is 2 pairs, and you can always find the x-intercept and y-intercept for the 2 pairs. You can find other ones, but other ones are more work, as you can see. The intercepts are the easiest to find. So find the intercepts and draw the graph. Okay. I want you to do the warm-up exercise 3. Right here, warm-up exercise 3. If you have the worksheet printed, you should do it on that worksheet. If not, just do it on the paper and pencil and show me the answer. It involves fractions, so I want to see whether you can figure out where that point will be. If you have the graph, you can put it against the camera. I'll be able to see it. If you have the video turned off, you can temporarily turn it on and put the graph close to the camera.
You teach. They look like this. I kind of drew it a little bit small.
Yes. Yep, you got it. Anthony has the graph right. Okay, very good. Anyone else?
I think I have it as well.
Yes, that's correct. Nicholas has the answer right too. Very good. While
I
you're
think I got a possible solution.
okay, a little bit closer to the camera, please. You don't have a line. You need to connect them by a line. That's the graph. Okay, graph will be a line. To find the line, you're using 2 points, but you have to draw the line. And the line has to be extended both ways. Don't give me a line segment, you know, extend it both ways to make it a infinitely long line. All right, 3 students showed me their solutions. There are 24 students in the class, and I don't see any other. You know, all of you should participate and okay, let me see. Nicholas, right, you got it. Yep, Nicholas has the solution right, and he's doing it on the worksheet. I like that. You should print the worksheet, then the graph paper is right there to do the, okay, I see Hess's Guer. Yes, you need to extend that line both ways. That what you have is called Hess's, Jesus, yeah, Jesus, you have the line segment. That's not good enough. You need to extend it both ways. Okay? Just draw the line, extend the line.
All right.
Yeah. Who else? Jaden, let me see. No, Jaden, you got it wrong. That's wrong. Try again. Rocio Reyes has the graph right. Very good.
Jaden had it switched.
Yeah, that Jaden, you probably have it switched. Try again. While you're doing it, I'm going to find the y-intercept by plugging in x equal to 0. So if I plug in x equal to 0, I get 3y equal to 15. So y equal to 5. So therefore, 0, 5 is the y-intercept. Now to find x-intercept, I'm going to plug in y equal to 0. So minus 2x equal to 15. So x equal to minus 15 over 2. Now 15 over 2, I have to convert it to fraction to be able to graph. So minus 7.5. That's what that is. So the x-intercept is minus 7.5 comma 0. Okay, so now I can go to the graph paper. If you have printed your worksheet, then graph paper is right there. 0, 5 is the y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. That's the 0, 5. The other one is negative 7.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. 7.5 is halfway between them. So right there. And now join them, the line, and then extend the line this way and this way. Extend the line, otherwise you're giving line segment. Line segment is not the graph. Graph is full line. So that is your graph right there. Okay, so that finishes your worksheet 1. And okay, Albieri's, yes, you have the right solution. Very good. Okay, that's excellent. Many of you participated in that, and I like that. You know, that's how it should be. Always, whenever I ask you to do the problem, you should do it. Now, in the future, it's all going to be on the video. I will not be teaching in class. You're going to watch the video of me teaching. Exactly what I'm doing right now will be on a video. So you need to, whenever I say do this warm-up exercise, you need to pause the video and do that problem and then proceed. Okay, so this finishes today's material, but I need to go over the web design. That's why I made this material short. The material for today's class is short because we need to go over other things. So I'm going to shrink this, move away from that, and bring up the browser. And I'm going to show you how to log on to the WebAssign. WebAssign is a learning system that allows you to read the book and do the assignment, do the assignment with some kind of help. Some sort of help is always available. That's what makes WebAssign more useful than doing homework on a paper. So I'm going to show you how to get on to that. You need to go get a new page on the browser, a new tab, and just Google search. Right now, you know, my Google search is the default search in this browser. So if I just write WebAssign login, it'll find that page, the login page, and I click at that. And there is the login page. This is it. This is WebAssign. But if you are logging in, if you already have an account created for Math108 class, then you will click at login each time you want to come in and do your homework or anything. You just click at login. But you're going to create a new account, and that means you need to click at the enter class key button instead. That's where you will create a new class. Now, let me quickly go to the Blackboard and show you where the necessary information is. Okay, here's the Blackboard. And if you go to the course information right there, and go down to the assignment, homework assignment section, it tells you right there, you need to go to this website. And this is your class code right here. jjay.cuny 8077-1299. That's your class code. That's how you tell the system, this is the class I'm in. So going back to the WebAssign, and I click at the enter class key right there. And then it asks you to enter the class key. And that will be, this page has changed. So I hope. That is your class code.
I have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's say for the homework, right? Do we have to do it right after the class, or could we do it until the next class we have?
You have time until 10 minutes before the next class. So today's assignment, which is assignment 1, is already available on WebAssign, and it is due at 7:50 Monday. Okay, 10 minutes before Monday class.
I have a question too.
Yeah.
My schedule says that I only have this class on Wednesdays, so I'm not sure if that's correct or not.
Yes, I know. The CUNY decided that one meeting is enough. That's what they did. But I felt that I need to answer your questions twice a week, and that's why. So basically, you know, if you don't have any question, if you don't need to ask for any help, then you don't have to attend the Monday class. Okay.
Will it affect my attendance though?
It affects your attendance. Yes, there is attendance requirement, and I'm going to reduce that attendance requirement to 14 classes out of 28. Out of 28 meetings, you must attend 14 to meet the requirement. Okay, so if you miss every Monday, it's not going to affect your attendance. But as you can see, what we're doing in class meeting is useful. So I recommend joining the meeting if you can. But the video gives you everything, and if you don't need help, you don't have to attend. Okay. But I felt that, you know, answering your question twice a week will get you going better than meeting one time.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. It's because I don't want to leave you without understanding something. That's not fair. So I'm volunteering to have the 2 meetings. All right, so I entered the code, and now I'm going to click at enroll, and that should ask for further information, and it found my class right there and shows the name and everything. And then you had to continue to enter your information. So I'm going to create a phony account. I already have an account, instructor account, but I'm going to pretend to be a student and to create an account just to show you. So,
Okay.
yeah. And I have to create a password, as you can see. And then it says unable to sign in. Because I think there's an account under this email address. Let me try something else. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. This entire thing has changed, and that's why I got mixed up here. You don't have an account yet, so you need to click at create account. That's what you need to do. Only when you already have an account, you would log in by clicking at login. So create account. Then it'll ask you, are you a student instructor? You're a student. And now you need to enter your email. I'm going to try the tcoogan at okay, I already have an account with that name, with that email, but you get the picture. You just create an account, and it'll ask you for basically, basic information, your name, and then if it asks for ID, do not enter your social security number. ID is not required, so do not enter any ID. But it only basically needs your name, and you already told the system what your class is, and so it'll just let you sign up for the account by creating a login name and a password. And after that, you have the account, and you will be able to log in. And I'm going to just log in right now, because now I already have an account. And so after you create your account and log in, the page you will be seeing is the home page. Let me go to student view. I'll try to show you the page that you will be seeing. This is what you will be seeing when you log on. It'll show you your textbook at the bottom right corner, right there. By clicking at this link, you're opening the book. And it shows you the assignments, and you only need to do the assignment that is due right now. The other ones are not due yet. So the very first one at the top, assignment 1, that's the one you need to do. So if you, now before doing the assignment, let me show you what the book looks like. The ebook, you can click at this link right here to go to the ebook. And then you can navigate to the pages. You can flip pages, or you can search for a chapter or a topic up here and go to that topic. Or if you just want to keep going, flipping, you can do that too. So the entire textbook's right here. That's why you don't need the printed book. Now, close that off, and here's the assignment 1. This is the one you need to do now, and it's due 7:50 a.m. It tells you, the assignment tells you right there, it's due 7:50 a.m. on August 30th. So don't wait until 7:50 a.m. You should do it before that time. If you wait until last minute, you may not be able to submit before the due time. So I'm going to go to the assignment now and show you how to do it. So here it shows the problem numbers up here and the points that each problem carries. 2 points for the first problem, 2 points for the second problem, all those are there. You can click at the problem that you want to do, but I would recommend going in order, right? Scroll up, you see the first problem right there. Scroll up, there's a second problem. So for example, first problem says, mark the following real numbers, mark these real numbers on your number line. Okay, -2 and -8. To mark them, you just pick up this close circle tool by clicking at that, and just click at that and then move over to -2. Click there, you have the point. And -8 is right here. You have to pick up the point again by just clicking at the point and then click at -8 right there. Okay, and now it has a second part which says, is -2 less than -8 or greater than -8? Always on the number line, what is on the left is smaller, right? What is on the left is smaller than what is on the right. So -2 is bigger than -8. So I select that, bigger, and then I can submit. Now, before submitting, let me show you what this read it means. If you click at this button, it'll bring up the topic, this topic, number line topic, on your book. It will bring up the page on your book that discusses this topic. And that's a nice, convenient way to read it if you forgot what this means. I don't need to read that, so I'm going to submit the answer. Each problem you had to submit. As soon as you submit, it'll tell you whether it's right or not. It has a green check mark right here and a green check mark here to show that both parts are right. There are some elementary, fractional arithmetic problems. I wanted to make sure you know how to do them because, fractional arithmetic is part of any math course. These are, you can easily answer them. I'm going to go to a graphing problem. It says plot these points in the Cartesian plane. Now to plot these points, it's the same thing as before. Pick up the point tool and -5, 7 is -5, 7 right here. You have marked the point. 0, 0 is there. So you mark all those points and then you submit. Now I want to go to the graphing problem. All right, here's the graphing problem. Y equal to x plus 4. So if I plug in x equal to 0 to find y-intercept, I'm getting 0, 4. So I mark that point, 0, 4 right there. And the x-intercept is y x equal to -4. So mark the -4, pick up the point, mark the -4. And after that, you need to join them by a line. To join them by a line, you pick up this line tool, click at that, and see this is called array, and this is called segment. That's if you want to draw a segment, you do that, select that. This is ray going one direction. That's not correct. We need the line tool, this one. So click at that, and then go to one of the points you selected and click, and then go to the other point you selected, click, it'll draw the line for you. So after you select the line tool, just click at both points, it'll draw the lines for you. And if that's wrong, you want to redo it, then you can delete and start over. And if you draw any picture and you want to fill with color, that's when the fill tool is necessary. If you want to clear everything in this graph paper right now, then clear all, and you can start over. And when you're happy, when you're satisfied with what you have done, you submit the answer. So I'm submitting the answer, and it says it's right there, the green check mark. Yeah, that's it. Now you know how to graph on the WebAssign. So the WebAssign gives you some assistance. Now, right in these problems, you only have the read it button. But in future assignments, these are minor, simple topics, so it doesn't have much. But you will also see a button that says watch it, which means you can watch a video of someone explaining that topic. If you click at that, watch it and watch the video, and then go back to the problem. And also in some cases, it'll have another button that says practice another version, which means you can click at it and practice different problems without getting any credit or penalty. You practice with it, learn that way, and then go and do the actual problem. So all those different helps will be available in the future assignments. You know, this is elementary topic, so it doesn't have those. All right, so that's all we needed to do, and you are ready for the assignment, and this assignment must be completed 10 minutes before next class, and that's all we need to do. Well, enjoy the rest of the day. I will see you all Monday.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks,
Professor, I
teach.
have one last question.
Yep.
So because of the mix-up, I have a class scheduled on Wednesday at the same time in person. I was wondering, can I just show up to the 12 o'clock class every Monday?
Yes.
And just have that counted for?
Absolutely. All of you can show up to the other class instead of 8 o'clock class. Yes. Whichever is
Awesome.
convenient.
Thank you, Professor.
I have a question.
You're welcome.
Take care.
You too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The Monday class, I didn't know about the Monday class. Only know about Wednesday. So is Monday like, mandatory, or is it just if you need help?
It's not mandatory. Only if you need help, you attend. You're going to watch the video and you learn that way. And if you need more explanation, you need to meet with me. So if 8 o'clock is not convenient, you can come to the 12:15 class and ask the question.
Okay. All right. Thank
Or
you.
the office hours and ask the question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you recording the class? Will you upload the class?
I'm sorry, am I recording?
Yeah, you're recording the class, mister.
I am recording this class, but all other future classes are going to be just discussion, so I will not be recording them.
Okay, cause I thought that you will upload the class, but it's okay.
You have recorded videos that you will be watching. So,
Okay,
okay, they're already there on the website.
thank you.
Hey, teach. Just in case, like, I don't understand why I'm doing the homework this coming weekend, can I email you about it because I've seen on the web on the website where you can allow to do your homework. It says "Ask Teacher." Am I allowed to like click that and then it sends you an information?
No, don't use that. It only allows you to send a question by email to a WebAssign mailbox, which I don't check, so that's not going to work. You save your question for our discussion meeting or bring it up in the office hours.
Okay, all right, cool. I'll just save it to Monday then if that's the case. All right, thanks, teacher.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question as well.
Yeah.
You said something about purchasing access to the WebAssign for
Yeah.
$100.
Yes, you had to pay for the WebAssign, but you can sign in now without paying anything initially, but you have 2 weeks trial period.
Is it? Oh,
within-
sorry.
Within the trial period, you have to pay for it so that you can continue.
Is it the one that's $119 or is it the other one?
It should be just $100. 119, I think, is for kind of a subscription that allows you to use WebAssign in other classes.
Okay.
It's a package price.
So would I just click buy individually?
Yeah, by individual. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, teacher. Have a nice day, bro.
You too. Bye. I have another class now, so I'm going to have to leave.
Mister, really quickly.
Yeah.
So I ended up coming to school today because I thought that you were gonna be in your classroom because on CUNY first it keeps saying that you're in the building.
Yeah.
So are we just have online meetings on Wednesdays or you don't have a classroom?
Yeah, no classroom. Every class will be online on Monday and Wednesday. I send an email message to everyone telling you all that. Apparently,
Okay.
you didn't look at the message. So yes, class will be online every Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good day. Okay.